Okay. Howdy. How's it going? It's Friday. Uh, and we're back here. Uh, yeah, we're posting from Mount Holly. Sometimes you fall. It it has been a while since a game has yanked me in as much as Blueprints, the game named Blue Space Prince, the royalty title, uh, has. Uh, but here we are, not doing that. Instead, we're here in Tarkir. Do you think Tarkir? Okay, now I'm thinking about like Donkey Kong 64. And like the blueprints in that. Anyway, howdy, Friday, draft time. My plan is to do some Tarkir drafting tonight. So that's our game plan. Uh, as I've mentioned, as you might have seen if you've been watching streams over the last few days, the blueprints has been all encompassing as far as the side thing going on. Uh, it's funny that it does have a more direct connection to Magic, with its creator having worked on Mythic Spoiler for years. Uh, Whenever I remember that 102% DK64 means beating Donkey Kong Arcade twice. Yeah, I remember that was the hard stop when I was playing it way back in the day on the N64, was trying to get the rare coin for doing the old Donkey Kong. I would like that was it. It could be any reason why the stream was a little later than usual. It could be anything. We're here now. We're still drafting twice here though, so let's get things rolling. Let's just starting things up. I want to do more stuff with blue in this format. That's been the color I've touched the least, and it's got some of the, like, specifically the blue-green stuff in Teamer interests me a lot. We did one draft around that, and I think that was a lot of fun, and I want to kind of do some more with that. Also, just knowing to when to commit on and off colors. See if we can't make the 3-color stuff work as much as we can. There's an Elspeth set, ain't there? I suppose that's like also an option. All right, let's go. But yeah, we should be. We'll be doing a little bit more of this, and then like Slay the Spire mods on Friday will be coming back. Waiting for players to dump in pod. I'm feeling really good. I hope you're having a good Friday. I'm having a quite excellent Friday. Yeah. Howdy. Hey, Copper Robber. All right. What do we got to start things off? All right. Inevitable defeat. Powerful removal. Rally the Monastery. Sunset Strike Master. Very powerful red card. Very powerful 3-1 with tap for. This is an incredibly good card. Damn. Rainbow Rejuvenator is a bit too high ramp. Like, there's not a ton that pays off that heavy in my mind. This is also a really good removal spell, because if you're casting this for 4, you're probably fine, which means it can be very flexible color-wise. Inevitable defeat. I'm interested in the power of the Strike Master. One of the things I like about this card is that it works in... This isn't just Mardu aggro or something. Like, this can work for Temur Ramp plan. This can work for, like, Jeskai aggro. This can work for a lot of things in between. Like, this is probably the most powerful thing, but 3 color is hard for me to want to, like, land on immediately. Life begets death. Like, I'm off the flame. This card can kill you, it can win you the game, it costs 1,000,000 mana, so I'm not super interested in it. I do like Effortless Master. Blue Dragon Blueprints. Effortless Master is a pretty cool one. This card's really powerful. Even on just the 4 mana, like, this is a good aggressive body. And if you can get it like, with a friend, you know, a second spell, that's really nice. This does work into the Temur stuff I'm talking about. It is just a good card. I'm pretty happy with this. I like Fresh Start. I think this card works. This is a little small for its size, but it does good work in this set. Fresh Start, I mentioned, again, is fine. Right of Renewal is the pick up 2 things. Yeah. Host again? Host looks so good. This is such a good card. It also does have great art. Saga Pummeler. The Dragon is also fine. Fresh Start is... This is actually, I think, much better than it looks. Like, it's almost Doomblade, if you're anywhere near combat. Caustic Exhale is also a pickup, a strong option. Obviously, the colors are a little funky. We would have to pick up green and then, like, have that as the full setup. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, so if we get a 1-cost spell, you get a 6/5. Yes, that is how that works. If you have... Ooh, okay. Sibsig is too committed for me to like. Roiling? No! Oh, the coiling. This is gonna call coil me. Oh boy. That's fine. This is a really nice card. It means we can pick up some dragon stuff and feel good about, like, the payoff. I just like this card as Charter Course. We're seeing that green still has fine things in here. Black is showing up in a reasonable amount in here. Not huge on this merchant, that's okay. These are some nice cheap spells too. Another Fresh Start. This is the ooh. That's the 5-color Tiger. This card really is intriguing. There's also another Caustic Exhale here. Black is looking fairly open. I'm interested in this because it's like a powerful double spell enabler. I could pick up another Fresh Start, but this is an interesting one for, like, cast Effortless Master. I don't know if that's good, but it's certainly interesting. We can also pick up a Ringing Bell if I wanted to pick up stuff like that, or the Caustic Exhale. But this seems like an interesting bit. Okay, that's 5. Agent, Bloodfill Cave, Soultime Monument, Piercing Exhale, Trade Route Envoy, lands. Unsparring Boltcaster wants more smaller bodies to, like, throw into combat. Shock Brigade is a more aggressive piece. Piercing Exhale is fine. I say fine because, like, our bodies are a little weirder in this deck right now. I think that's probably fine because Temur is one of the ways we are looking at in here. Unless we get some... Okay, hold on. We also... Okay, look at this. We've got access to Jeskai Devotee, Dispelling Exhale, and Salt Road Pack Beast, all 3 of which could work out here. We could Jeskai Way with the Pack Beast. We can Dispelling Exhale and keep up this going on here. And Jeskai Devotee kind of keeps the aggressive side going on this. Bowling Wild is fine. We got the Goatsy Anchor. That's not really us. We also just have Jeskai Brushmaster, too. This is a good pack. I'm gonna believe in the Salt Road Pack Beast, actually. Ooh, okay. Simsting Appraiser. Fresh start. Blue's looking nice. We gotta find bodies for this to be good, but, like, that might have been a little outside of our range, but that's okay. I'm not a huge fan of the Gurmag Night Watch. It's, like, okay, but fine. I'll put some more green in the sideboard in case that comes up. Fresh start and the bouncer. Okay. I believe in having one copy of the bouncer. None of these are really what we're after. I'll take Rite of Renewal because it's possible. Hunting Whisper Ceremony is so expensive. This is another card that refunds. Okay. I want to find some more, like... I want to find some dragons around here. I'd like to find... Okay, I'm actually not feeling bad about a ringing bell strike. Creatures are something we're kind of missing here, as far as, like, the bodies down below. Sunstrikes, actually, well, we're not too bad. We're not as bad as it could be. I also don't hate Bloodfell Chaos. We're not in black here, but we can splash in things. Draw 2, lose 2. This is the... What's the blue land? Uncounterability, that's not... We're unlimited. That doesn't really matter too much. Teamer Tawnyback? Teamer Tawnyback or Dirgir Dragon? These two look like our best options. Tawnyback wants us to be in the green side, which is fine. Again, Salt Red is one card right now. This is a dragon. The dragon half's like... The spell, these are fine because of the split card. Maybe take it based on that. Like, it is a fine enough threat. Teeming Dragonstorm. Overwhelming Surge? I'm pretty happy with that. That's like a removal spell that also sometimes gets, like, an Orb Ponderer. Getting the dragon, by the way, the thing that I think is a tiebreaker is that we do have Roiling Dragonstorm. So dragons have some power. The Teeming Dragonstorm is also a pretty real thing with the, if we want to do the split. Is that better than just Overwhelming Surge? Because this is 3 and 3 out. This gets us like a late game engine and makes white a little bit more our color. We're in a weird Jeskai deck, but I think it could work. I'm gonna pick this up because it also works with the Pack Beast. We'll see where this leads. Loxodon, Battle Priest, Quarry Mountain Stalwart, Narcissus Rebuke, another Dragon, which isn't bad. Especially because we just picked up the Teeming Dragonstorm. Don't hate that, especially against a Tormenting Voice. We need some lower end stuff. And this actually helps with that too. It gives us the Tormenting Voice early. I think I'm fine with that. I want to find a Dragon Orb. Jeskai Monument? Okay. Jeskai Monument is fighting against some fine level cards. This is a little bit aggressive for us, but yeah, this like makes birds and makes fixing and lets our white be a little bit more real. Okay. Another Sib-Sig. Ah, here we go. Osseous Exhale. That's a great thing for us to have as far as removal. It makes me feel more like... Okay, it makes me feel like our 3-color setup is more real. This is just like handing us 5 mana to be able to play like a dragon or something like that afterwards. Duty Beyond Death. Sack creature, +1/+1 each creature control indestructible? Huh. I don't think I've seen anyone cast this, but this card is wild. It's like token liking, but wild. Twin Bolt, this is also like a body on curve. I'm gonna grab the dragons and use that as our value engine. Synchronized charge and such. I'm gonna take the fresh start number 2. This is more of a answers and ways to stay alive early, and late game this does answer most anything. Ooh, I actually love rebuff. Rebuff. Jeskai Brushmaster is also like a fine threat. We have a lot of spells for our prowess friend here. I don't hate something like that. The mana on that's a little funky, but ooh, hey, look, we got back Tawny back, which was the other card I wanted out of this pack. Again, Mist Rise isn't a limited card. It's a nice constructed card, but Wild Ride, Lightfoot Technique, Dragonback Lancer. I'll take the Lightfoot Technique. I don't know if I'm playing that, but okay, third pack. I still want okay. I still want... Oh, I don't hate that either. Dragon Orb. How you doing, Felithar? She'll continue to show up for us. Dragonstorm Forecaster doesn't have any targets, which is what I want for that. Dispelling Exhale, and got another Salt Road Pack Beast. I might be overvaluing that in this deck because we don't have a lot of token making, so it's probably like 4 cost, but it's still a really good card. We can't super splash the Sonic Shrieker. Our mana base is kind of bad. Our mana base is holding off on this monument. Dispelling Exhale's a card I'd be happy to have. I agree, Modifan. I think we've seen 4 of her. Like, 4 or 5 of her. Close. Hello? Two? 3/3 haste. Filter 2 cards. If you have Threshold, exile a card at random, you can play it. I'm also really excited. This dragon is also pretty cheap. I like this. It's got a nice interactive piece and also is like a fine flying threat for later. Salt Road Pack Beast hanging out here too. Jeskai Devotees hanging out here too. Another Effortless Master. This is not fixing for us fully. I kind of want more copies of Effortless Master. That seems really interesting. Stillness Motion. Ooh, second copy of Rolling Dragonstorm? And Assault Road Pack Beast number 3. And a RuneScale Stormroot number... Oh, boy. Okay, we've got a lot of pieces that are making this, like... Oh, there's also a Cove. Everybody's calling out the Cove. I am 3 colors. Okay. I will eat a vegetable. You're all correct. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, there's also a Simsinger Praiser in here, but we have enough dragons that, like, the globe gives us a little bit of a push. I think there's like 4 or 5 in our deck right now, and this is also a piece fixing. This is a card I've gained a lot of respect for as we've played this format. Simsinger Praiser is obviously really good too, but well, I can take the Boulderborn Dragon and then hope we get the Dragon Liker. This is also a card I can just have. Like, this is an unblockable 1/3 with Vigilance and Mill. Soul-Time Monument, Feral, I buy Skimmer. Yeah, take that. Ancient Evolving Wilds is probably fine here. And then do we get back our dragon liker here? Yeah, we do. Alright. We got Dragonstorm Forecaster. Sorry, Exhale. I actually wanted this back here too, but we did pick up a globe and a copy of Boulderborn. And this body, by the way, is good enough to just play early. We saw that doing a lot of work. Okay. Yeah? Yeah, and? Yeah, what's up? Is there a problem? Not sure we need to. I agree that, like, the second one is super dead, but our deck does contain 2 copies of... Wow, okay, that's very good for us. 2 copies of Stormshriek Feral, which is a Tormenting Voice. Oh, and, like, a fine final card. Okay. So we got, like, Jeskai Dragons. This is a funky one. One of the things about Dragonstorm Forecaster is that the second copy we can kind of hold on to as well for maybe late fresh starts, rolling, appraiser, dragon. Then we get effortless masters, we get orb and dragon, we get Cove in there. We put in Jeskai Monument. We put in Evolving Wilds. I think we play the Brushmaster, and then we're playing, like, Feral, and I don't know if this Tiger makes it in. This Tiger's interesting. It's weird. It's funky. Our curve is funky, but, like, omens make it up. Yeah, if we need space, I could just cut the second Forecaster, but, like, I think the Forecaster's going to do us good. Tawny back. I don't think we need to move dunes. This dune mover is, like, really likes, Maybe we do want to move dunes. This is, if we control a dragon, it comes into play instead of top of deck. So, it's another piece of fixing. Alternately, I could just play another Feral and have that. Yeah, copy of the Serpent is also, like, there's a lot of cards that are just going to be fine to have. One copy of the Serpent gives us an answer to, like, funky token problem or, like, elephants. I'm a little worried about too many 5s, but a lot of these are dragons that, like, this isn't a 5, this isn't a 5, this is also not a 6, this isn't a 5, so it's, like, lower than it looks. Let's give this a shot. If we end up, like, feeling like the low curve is a little not there, like, we can add the Sentinel to try to fix up the play. If we feel like removal's a little too light, we've got Ringing Strike Mastery. Alright. Let's try the new Jeskai way. Alright, JJ. JJ Cab. Yeah, this is fine. Osseous Exhale does stuff against early plays. Dragonstorm plus Pack Beast gives us games on the board. Oh, and that's even better. The timing's off, but, like, we still get to do something on, like, holding up Osseous Exhale and using the Dragon Forecaster here. Okay. How do I want to deal with this? We can exhale, kill it. We can fresh start, turn it off. We don't have to make any of these choices right now. We're taking 2 from its attack. That's not a big problem. Ooh, okay. Filter to red. Scry 2. So filter to red, we go like Molten, and that kills our Dragonstorm Forecaster. 2 top. Alright. Liking those. Yikes. I think we can... Do I want to... Hold on. Do I want to do that to the Sharpshooter, or do I want to do that to the Pack Beast? I probably want to do that to the Sharpshooter. It loses all abilities. We're gonna take 2. So the plan here is we're gonna Teaming Dragonstorm. That gets us enough bodies to make that Pack Beast have to, like, think twice about attacking. It needs help. And then next turn I can play my own Pack Beasts and leave up Exhale and Dragonstorm activation. Okay. They've got their Strike Master. So, do they have Worthy Cause, or Worthy Cost, or whatever? Wow, well, we have a lot of ways to fix this up, that's fine. Let's go Salt Road. That's nice. I'm going to leave that up. That helps out with all these lands we've drawn. Alright, let's ship it back. They're building a board. They made a land drop plus Sunset Strike Master. That's 5 mana. But hopefully, like, our late game is going to be able to... Uh-oh. That's terrifying. Okay. So if they attack with the Pack Beast, we kill it for free. That's just terrifying. Ugh, okay. Grab the orb. Let's go... Land. Orb. Dragonstorm. Ditch a land. I want to get a Vigilant Threat going so I can start, like, clocking our opponent if they've got War Effort. This also makes a freebie. This is a kind of terrifying board. We are not attacking, though. 4 cards in hand still. They've been missing land drops. They have 5 mana. So, like, I assume, and, like, perfect mana. They have... I think this is just a... Okay, that's fine. They get a Surveil. There's too much Mobilize on this board. Really terrifying amounts of Mobilize on this board. Interesting. We're actually going in? Okay. Okay. So... what do we want to do here? We want... just pile of bodies. Pile of bodies. We need to kill off the Pack Beast. So let's go... this on the Devotee. These 2 on the Pack Beast. This on a token. We're gonna take 10? Ugh. Okay. God, yeah, that's dangerous. I am going to exhale, kill the Sunset Strike Master here. My reasoning there is that they had no priority. I don't think they had a trick, so I was just going to do as much as we could to answer the board. And we did. Okay, what in tarnation? Okay, let's go land dragon. Pick him up. Dragonstorm. Filter through this. And then no attacks for the moment. Okay, 5th mana back. I was thinking about attacking with the Pack Beast, but the Pack Beast is the best block on the Nightblade. Okay. Damn. My orb. I needed that. It's fine. We're fine with that orb. Alright. So now our line is we get to attack for 5 in the air and then play a bunch of really cool bodies. Yeah, yeah. Alright. So we get to go Teeming Dragonstorm. And along with Teeming Dragonstorm, we get the Effortless Master, which is a 6/5 with Menace. We have finally diverted the war effort. I think we're holding up. The war effort is here again. Oh no. They lost the war effort. So I think they committed to, like, the attack that they made that lost the Pack Beast and such, and the Devotee, that felt like a premature attack. They didn't have any tricks, and we just on board had good blocks. Even without a removal spell, things went pretty well in our favor. But really, I have to say, love the deck. Absolutely adore the deck. Like, this is, like, the spirit of Mardu all throughout this, the double war efforts. This card's terrifying. All right. Now that starts us off on a good foot. I'm pretty happy with the value engine our deck created there. The Dragonstorms are incredibly powerful when we can just keep late game going thump, 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 thump. Here, draw 2 cards, make 2 2/2s, draw 2 cards, make 2 2/2s. And like, that late game really sets us up well. I know we passed up the second Roiling Dragonstorm. The coil. There's this gun in Destiny 2 from the final shape that I keep calling the wrong thing. And it's just... Mardu is the one... Spruceus, Felithar is also canonically trans. She is our current Abzan leader. That's the power of Tarkir. We're off color. I don't think we can keep this. We have enough card advantage to make it up. We just can't keep, like, if this was blue instead. Yeah, this is good. We can put Boulder Dragon back. Yeah, no shot. This is a little, like, top heavy, but what are we gonna do, you know? She is very powerful, indeed. Yeah, she, in the story, she's the Abzan, leader. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna have to deal with Mardu aggression. We have this very cool double striker. Alright, one thing we do need is a fourth land. Our hand is, interesting. Do we want to go wide? Yeah, I assume we go wide. That's fine. Annoying, but fine. Hey, my friend, my buddy, my friend. Heart Youth Dragonstorm Forecaster. Fix all your problems forever. This 03 does it all. Alright, obvious. They didn't go and grab it off of the monument. Do they have double black for something? What do they have that's double black? There's not a lot of double pip cards in this set. Like, at all. Yeah, our, yeah, sure. I'll block. You get in for 1 damage. This is, like, this either spends the trick, which is fine, or it's the body check, and they're getting in for a damage anyway and gaining 2, so there's no reason not to take that action. Our teamer leader also, our blurb about our teamer leader has a blip about, like, we don't see her family in the stories, but we do see, you know, it's holding the fort. Someone is holding the fort here. Talking about her wife and dog. Somebody's got to hold it down. The Dragon Wrath being done would be weird here because they certainly wouldn't want a Wrath. But the Vampire Nighthawk makes sense. That'd be it. I think that one's renew is single black, but I think the casting is. All right. Walk on in. Please don't have the war effort. I lose to the war effort. These Dragonstorm forecasters, we're taking it to our forecasters with the weather. The sun is being blotted out. We are having some problems. The weather is looking okay. That's great. I am very happy for my aggro opponent to draw cards on this turn because the way we win this game is turning the corner, and that isn't putting the pressure on the, like, putting their foot on the gas. So obviously we want the globe in case we can cast it. God damn. Yeah, let's get the globe down. We're trying. We're trying. Next turn, I can Strike Master plus Fresh Start if something big shows up. As long as the war effort doesn't occur, we're fine. You know what? Those are all just bodies. Uh-oh. The weather is sand. Oh boy. Okay, one top, one bottom. Sure. Keep blocking. Keep honking. Okay, fifth land. This gets us... So I can Dragonstorm, or I can Sunset Strike Master plus Fresh Start. Strike Master is mana for future turns, but we already only have 4 drops anyway. I kind of want to keep a 2 in hand for Effortless Master. Maybe this is just teaming Dragonstorm. I don't like Brushmaster because like they can just tap Brushmaster. We could turn off this tap effect. That's true. I could like play the Strike Master and then have the tap off. Let's try that. I can instant speed it when they go for their first spell, but not their second, which is what I'm gonna do. So when they go for their first spell, if it's not something that's like wild or something. I don't like how much mana we have. We can even just crack the monument, and that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off that thing's text. We're trying over here. Please do not have the war effort. Okay, Mardu Devotee. Again, we are just as wide as we can be. One top, one bottom. I really, like, the thing we need is for them not to have a payoff for going wide. Obviously, we're going to get, you know, kicked in here. Oh, God, what do I even do with the Sur Strike Master? Do I trade with the Lifelinker? Can't block this. This thing has Menace. We go like this, get the Lifelinker off the table. Yeah, just look. They don't even have any mobilize. This is just go wide cards. I think we're getting a little chuffed in here. That the missed land drops for a couple turns have been a little too much for us to recover from as far as getting onto the board when we have too many 4s. We would have been fine with the 4th land, nothing else, but missing the 4th land for a couple turns cut off. Like, if we just had, like, Effortless Masters or something like that, we'd be fine with, like, hey, we can push in. Honestly, I think they just pop the monument and all in, right? It's not out of reach, but, like, any card tilts it. Like, their hand has to be fully dead, and they have to also... We take 6 on board right now. From nothing. Like, we take 6 on board. That's 4 in the air? This opponent doesn't strike me as a coward, so... But that doesn't mean we're out. That's fine. They only, like, they lose too much on the other attacks. They lose all their Mardu devotees, kind of for free there. This is half our life total. Kill us with that. What we have to follow this up is... we have an Osseous Exhale to kill the flyer when they try to kill us with that. And then I just play, like... Jeskai Brushmaster, I think? Because this, with the prowess, kills off the artisan if they have a trick. Honestly, I think they just have to pop the monument and get us, but hopefully they'll just go, like, again, maybe the Spirit of Cowardice in their hearts. I don't think this opponent's... I think this opponent can block warriors. I feel pretty confident this opponent can block warriors. Uh-huh. Last card is... just pop the monument and all out us. Yeah, that's the easy way to just kill us. That monument makes menace tokens, by the way. They don't go away. This monument's quite good. Yeah, that's like, what, 10 attackers? I have like 4 health. It's like not great. Even without the kill spell, we were dead. Okay. That's fine. That's what... like, I still really like us trying to turn that corner. I think we did a correct mulligan decision with that deck. We couldn't keep off white, and like we did have all 3 colors plus some playables on our 6. So, let's keep moving. Ah. I feel like this deck is missing a few tiny bits to make those mentors better. Like, those feel like they have a little bit of trouble getting active in our deck. The Brilliant. We don't have a title yet. I should, like, check what titles... This is keepable. I know we have the Dragon, but, like, this grabs us fixing. So... yeah, this deck is Jeskai Dragon. Alright. They got Evolving Wild, sure. Yeah. So we only have the one thing to tutor, and the second Forecaster is obviously, as we've kind of stated, like, dead because it can't have anything in search. But we have, like, multiple ways of filtering that, so that should be fine. That's not a problem. Let's see how aggressive our opponent is. What's their 2? Are they just a monument to fix again on 2? Or, like, how aggressive are we? Holding up, like, a counterspell? I don't know. I'll go grab my monument. Or my globe. What's up? Alright. Boulder Dorn Dragon comes down on 4. It is a Sarah Angel with Surveil on attack. Quite good. This is when a card leaves your graveyard. That's fine. Boulderborn Dragon, get going. This gives us a very nice Vigilant threat. And next turn we can play Salt Road Pack Beast, leaving up Osseous Exhale or Fresh Start. Both of which look nice for answering questions. With Surveil, too. So, like, we can fix up our draws, kind of filtering through lands if need be. They do. That's fine. I don't think that changes our play, and, like, that means late... all we have to do is untap it once, actually. This card has Vigilance. Like... wait a tick, you know? You ever play with Singing Bell Strike? Alright, anyway. We get to play Assault Road Pack Beast for very cheap. Ooh, Effortless Master. That's nice to see. We can, like, fresh start on a threat plus Master. They did bounce it, and we can replay it at instant speed. Salt Road Pack Beast, quite nice here. They played a 4th land. Okay. Ah, more colors. Sagu Pummeler, that's fine. I'm going to combat with Salt Road Pack Beast, and then go from there, see what happens. Is that fine? Or do I want to spend Exhale and then play the Effortless Master? I kind of like getting Effortless Master down. That's pretty powerful here. Yeah, I want to get this threat down. We could make a 2-2, but I want to play this as a dragon to kind of keep our turn going, where, like, we get to pick up the Dragonstorm, we get to, you know, like, we have a lot of things to do with mana right now, which is nice. I can untap the Boulder Dragon, I can, fresh start is like, okay, that is, card leaves graveyard, you know, that's our... What a draw. That's such a good draw right there. Get in. Sure. That removes the reach. We get a rolling Dragonstorm. Sure. Alright. So they've got their Surveil. That's pretty nice. Yep, that helped them draw real. As we've said before, sometimes Search for a Skant is all you need. Ooh, alright. Sure. We don't have anything else to search, so, you know, that's fine. I'll go ahead and play out Land and Dawnbreaker. We get to pick up all our Dragonstorms. And then I'm going to go ahead and Roiling. Yep, that gets us past some lands. Untapped land gets us 2 plays next turn, which is why I'm discarding that. And this lets us, you know, get in. Okay, fine with that trade. Right now, our value engine is powerful enough that I'm fine, like, just making trades like that. Simsting Appraise. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. So that gets them best draw at the top 2 and Mills. Okay, 3/3 defender, so their card's better than a 3/3 defender. Damn. Oh. Wow, what a good one. Okay. Okay. So they've got a refill. They discarded a land. We're going to go ahead and... I think we're going to untap this. All right. Card has card has Vigilance, and it gives us a Surveil. What a good card to have. This costs 1, basically. There are 2 right now, but like any play gets to 1. I can play the Teaming or the Rune Scale. We still have a piece of removal, which is a pretty strong piece of removal still. They want that Pummeler dead, but we just don't want to let them kill, like, let that die. So, they don't have anything for graveyard usage. They have 8 mana. They could do the full Hyperboard wipe. We rebuild from that okay. If they have draw 5 board wipe, draw 7 board wipe, draw 9 board wipe. I don't know. You draw 1 million off that card if they had it. Sure. They did play a mountain, which tells me there's a splash of considerable value in there. All right, the line here is... put you on the ground. In for 9. I'll keep Sipsig Appraiser. And we're going to go ahead and play Assault Road Pack Beast, leaving up Runescale Stormbrood's counterspell for tiny spells. 2 or less. It doesn't stop, like, huge things. It lets us stop pinpoint interaction. If they have, like, their own sweeper still... Again, like, we have to go, like, Stormbrood, plus, like, we have to, like, go wide on that if they do find a Moth to Flame Skimmer. The red, I would guess, would be, like, the Teamer battle thing. Pack Beast is wild. This card's so good. 4 power is incredible in this format, too. Sultai Devotee, sure, that's fine. Your 2 cards in hand would have to be the 3 mana punches. Like, both 3 mana, not 2 mana, specifically. Yeah, okay. And, like, that's not enough to win me the game in an alternate line anyway, because we can just play another flyer. Cool, this is exactly the sort of value I thought this deck wanted to go. This card... I underrated pretty heavily when I first saw it. We've played with Pin Down before. There's the card that's like Kiora being pinned down by Thassa. Is like the thought. I don't even think it's Kiora, but it's the -6 -0 loses flying, and like that card. It does enough work, but like loses all text. Hoofa. Nightmares is still that's a nobody knows what I'm talking about. Humility effects are still quite good. Yeah, Pin to the Earth / there's a couple different pin. There's Pin to the Earth and another variant of Pin to the Earth very close to it. When I say nightmares, that is me using Game of Thrones TCG slang. That's from, like, the old Winter Cycle standard era, where you would have, like, that was a free event you could play that just was blanket text box for a round, for not even a round, blanket text box for a phase, and that was enough to make it, like, because it was free. Mirko 2112, born in the year 1921-12. This is fine. The white is the lower on my mind, and if we draw it, we're in a good spot. I also like having 2 to 3, which is why I'm fine with the same. Well, I'm not going to interrupt my play, but it's funny. Oh, okay. Let's play the most color-intensive card first. The idea behind most color-intensive card first is that if I tried to play this next turn, I wouldn't be able to play this Forecaster. So they've got their 4 mana. What's their 4 mana play? Victor. Doesn't do too much. Wow, we got a lot of fresh starts. Okay. Let's get in for 4. The idea here is that this in for 4 is pushing, like, with the... Don't do that. So we want to play the Forecaster, and we want to play the RuneScale Stormbrood. When you cast a non-creature, it's +2. It has a prowess or a dragon. So that gives us another evasive threat. Ooh, all right. 2-drop. 3-drop. Okay. Well, I don't believe in this card. I understand if you have enough dragons. You don't have mana left over, so we're just gonna full block this turn. Yeah. Second blue. Yeah. Let's be the aggressor, shall we? Hold on. 16. 3, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Like, abracadabra, I had 2 prowess creatures? That's the power of the Jeskai way. That's the old Jeskai way. Showing its face here. Prowess kills. Oof. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like... double strike and double prowess. Yeah, that... Hoofo. That was kill from, what, 17? That's like... I love to ask, can I kill you? Yeah, double strike, double prowess. Oof. Love it. Love to see this deck doing old school and new school. Lepton 78, born in the year 1978. Let's see him. Okay, this is fine. You have to understand, Forecaster forgives all sins. Ooh, that attacks through all our... Okay, that's fine. That gives us something to do if we fail to draw land on 3. On-tap land on 3. I also am holding up Counterspell in case of problem? I don't know what problem would be. We got like 5-color nonsense again here too, right? We got like Bant plus Filter Black. And there's Black Land. Yeah, we're on 5-color nonsense. Are we killing my Dragonstorm Forecaster? If you're spending a kill spell on this, I'm fine with that. I'm not as fine with that. That's still fine. It's annoying, but like... Let's grab the orb. I wish I had a fresh start for that. That would have been a really nice counter. Well, you know. I want to play... Oh God, what do I want here? 4 cards in hand. I need to get the lands going very badly here to be able to, like, not be dying to aggression. The line is rolling Dragonstorm. Discard one of our Effortless Masters. Next turn, we can land Globe, fresh start, and then we can try to move from there. 5 color detected. 5 color detected. Okay. So land, Globe. We have a counter spell and a fresh start. So we want to be... Ooh! Okay. That's your red is... I guess that we saw it. So there's 1 card engrave. They can filter twice. Let's just on enter. Are we filtering 2? What's our hand? You're missing land. No, we're not. Like the hand. Okay. We need to throw something under the bus, though. Counterspell? No, okay. Alright, doing it that way because Simsing Appraiser can try to block off that. Alright, help me out. Removal? I think the mana's more useful right now. We need to be able to make plays continuously. Like, that's a 4/4 flying threat. That's a fine vigilance threat. Can't make it this turn. We can't do anything this turn. So Simsing Appraiser, blocking, Sultai Devotee is the line. That's why I did fresh start on Tersa. Because we can trade here. And then I have a tiny counter in case of problems. I don't... Like, it's not great, but again, we have tiny counter in case of, like, exhale. Because we need to trade. And my life total is getting a little worse for wear. I think they have Haymakers still left. That's fine. You're only pushing in 3 damage for that. I'm okay with that. I had to think on it, because countering it does stop the card draw. But, like, this dragon is also useful, too. Okay. Let's go ahead and get down our Boulder Dragon. And we can leave up the counter spell. I think they're still... Are they waiting on an exhale of their own? Yeah, alright. Well... Oh, did they not have a dragon? I could have... Well, I could have paid 2 on that, but I don't get my Dragonstorm back, and I want the Dragonstorm because of the... No, we do. Never mind. I should have just paid the 2. I was thinking... My mind, I was just like, this is 4, right? But they don't have a... They didn't reveal. What are we doing? Oh. Okay. Go to 4. You have a bounce in hand. Yeah, I should have just paid that, but I was thinking about so like, okay, they've got a bounce left. They can't attack me for lethal at the bounce. Let's rolling. Okay. Welcome back. What if it's fine and we still have the counter spell? This costs 6. Ooh, that's dangerous. Not... Oh, okay. That's a lot of refill. Okay, discard 2 lands. Okay, so they didn't have a creature for that, so they did have to discard 2 lands, which, look at their colors on here. They can't bounce Effortless Master effortlessly. They'd have to... Okay, that's another attacker. That's good for them. It's got the filter. Discarding... Okay. They can attack and force a trade. It wouldn't be forced, but I would still take it, you know. I don't want to go to 1. Okay, we get to go... Boulder Dragon. And I'm going to go ahead and play Runescale Stormbrood. I'm going to play 2 blockers here. The idea here is that my Salt Road Pack Beasts will be playable with these more bodies, and we need to get a board to stop, like... Right now, they have a bounce spell, and if they had a bounce spell... It costs them their whole turn for the bounce spell, so, like, I don't think that's killing us. But they have a draw 3 for basically free, and we need to, like, build a board very quickly to make sure we're not dying to, like, the turn after that when if they go ahead and tap that Temur Tawny back. I just thought it was counter 4. I'm glad we redrew into it. It's like one card we could have drawn that wasn't it. We're looking for Osseous Exhale would be a good draw, because that would get us, that has a life plus some combat protection. Two cards. They have a lot of card draw, again. They have the card draw on the bounce. If they go to combat, I'll just block with Runescale Stormbrood and see what happens. They kill us on 2 removal spells, but I don't think they have it. Full? Full. Okay. Okay. And they discard... the Guardian. I'm happy to see that not in hand. Okay, this should be Surveil first, all plays second. No. They have something. That's such a good thing to have access to here. I get to have a fresh start in case of fire. This is sorcery. Yeah, these are all sorceries. Fight spell? Sure, I don't care. That don't mean nothing to me. I already got to pay for it. Nice. Okay. Let's leave up fresh start and the tap in case of fires. They have enough of a graveyard. If they got rid of the fresh start, they could light shatter. They have a bounce, but it's most of their turn, and bouncing all of my creatures ain't good for them. We have 15 still in deck, and we have a Vigilant Attacker, which gives us a clock to keep this game going. They've spent their draw 6. I don't know how they... Why? This was their discard? Target creature with 4 power or greater gains trample and draw a card when it hits. Sure. Yeah, I'll double block. Okay. let's rolling Dragonstorm. Actually, let's... How much am I attacking for here? I think Runescale Stormbrood wants to come in. Do you have something? Tap my creep? That's fine. I don't care. That's fine. I'm going to attack with the Runescale Stormbrood. We're going to Roiling Dragonstorm. You might wonder why we didn't do that first. It's because I wanted to use this to draw the card off the Boulder Dragon. That's why it was in that order. But we didn't get to Surveil, so... Okay. And then we are good to go from here. Opponent's on 15. We have 4 points in hand, plus 7 on board. What on earth is happening? Red? Teamer? Sure. Yeah. Like... Okay. So, the thought process is I can fresh start it mid-combat. Okay, let me walk through why it's this. I can fresh start it in combat to kill it, but if they have, like, anything that stops fresh start from happening after, like, attacks, which would be, like, enchantment removal, snakeskin veil, like... A few things, they're rare, but they're not they could be there. We lose. Whereas if I just tap this down, like, whatever, next turn I attack for the air, our opponent's, like, out of gas, and, like, as you can see, they're just like, nah, it's over. So, that's why I went with the tap. If this got, like, snakeskin veiled, then we could go ahead and fresh start it. I don't think there was enchantment removal. Snakeskin Veil was specifically the card. I don't know if they were green enough to be on it, but, like, clearly it worked anyway. That's the reasoning behind that line, though. Just as a... Why didn't you just kill it in combat with Fresh Start? Because it was a little too risky. IMO. I'm really surprised they discarded that 6/5. Like, I don't know what the 5 cards, what the 4 or 5 cards were with that 6/5, but, like, that 6/5 is very difficult for us to deal with in any way, because, like, it's too big for us to block in combat alone. It has hexproof until it hits. Yeah. Anyway, this looks fine. We got removal, draw, 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 draw. You know, normal things people like. Hello? Yeah, you got it, boss. We're just gonna drop a land. third, 3 colors. They got their own. Okay. Value engines are go. I should have kept the land. This game is going to come down to, like, 8 mana plays, you know? Do they have a kill spell for our globe? No, okay. 4/4 with some text. Let's go ahead and get down the Brushmaster. Or I could, honestly, I could get in for 4 in the air. I mean, I don't know. 4 in the air is a lot. They don't have anything to stop it yet. We got drop it out of the air, and we get to start doing our value engine. You have to play a kill spell. Okay, that's your whole turn for the kill spell. From this position, we can Salt Road. No, we can't Salt Road. We can Jeskai Brushmaster. I could try Unrolling Dragonstorm first, but like, let's just. Yeah, this game all comes down to land drops, by the by. Like, this is going to be a value engine game, and so whoever misses a land drop's going to be in the worst position long term. So that was, yeah, green, black, 2. This card's quite good. Okay. Well, that's a pain in the ass. That's a gigantic pain in the ass. Let's go Rolling Dragonstorm and Brushmaster. Rolling Dragonstorm here, Roiling Dragonstorm here is to make sure that we have our... like... plays. Because I want to be making land drops forever. Land drop. Brushmaster returns. Next turn, we can Rune Scale or Pack Beast and hopefully make our land. Okay, sure. Tap it down. That's fine. This is what Salt Road Pack Beasts are for. Let's go ahead and... That's fine. These are good. So if they go for a bite spell, we can counter it with a fresh start. We also have counter spells. Again, I wanted to make the land drops because we want to keep the look at how much like card advantage we still have. So like we just want to keep making plays. I want to play another Pack Beast if we can next turn. I want to keep this Pack Beast. Yeah, mana is the way we get out of this. We just keep. Sure. Let's go fresh start on the Sage, I think. Do we have a counter or something? 3 colors. Kill spell? Bite spell? Bite spell for my Brushmaster? I only get 1 bite spell. Stormbrew is my play next turn. Okay, just exile it? Sure. That's fine. That outcome is extremely acceptable. Land? Sweet. Love to see a land here. Let's go ahead and get a Stormbrood going. That lets us pick up the Rolling Dragonstorm. Dragonstorm. We get our Prowess trigger. And I get to attack with that. Yep, that's great. Love to see lands. We love to see them here. Again, every land we draw is great. Let's get the Brushmaster in. Jump block? Sure. Get that off the board. We have counters still. This needs to die to do its thing. They're only on 5 lands, which means they can't do their card advantage. We can just play the second Stormbrood and start killing in the air pretty easily. Destroy target creature with flying. Yeah, this is the same as keeping it. I mean, I don't get the Rolling Dragonstorm, but this goes back in the deck as well, so we get to keep it. They have to play another kill spell. Boiling Dragonstorm. Coiling Dragonstorm. Toiling Dragonstorm. The Foiling Dragonstorm. The desert of the soil. Okay, this is pick up a thing, right? Yeah, they pick up the... Okay, they're gonna pick that up then. Well... Then the play here is, draw some card. So I'm fine with the Sage dying here. They're mana restricted, and I'm fine with them tapping things down. All we need to do is draw a dragon, and we're back in it. And we have a pretty sizable board still. So... Broiling Dragonstorm. Ooh, now you're thinking... Sure. That's fine. Two lands in grave, 9 lands in our play area. So that's 11 lands. 6 left in 17, 1 in 3-ish. Most draws are good. Any dragon is really good. Sure, that's fine. That's 1 turn of tapping that down. Okay. We want to play all but 1 land. What's attacking? Alright, we're gonna use Exhale to keep the Salt Road Pack Beast. The Oiling Dragonstorm. I'm keeping the Fresh Start, and then this way, like, we can... They still have a lot of cards in hand. Sooner or later, they'll find lands to be able to, like, do things, but until that point... Okay, that's fine. They just bounce the Blade Master here, right? Okay. Keep playing them. I think we hold lands from this point. So right now our dragons in deck are another copy of Runescale, Stormbrood, the blue dragon, and the dragon that gives a combat +1. Those are the dragons we have to draw still remaining. And Haste Dragon's already spent, right? Yeah, Haste Dragon's in exile. Okay. Well. You have something. I assume it's just a kill spell for Jeskai. Ah, okay. Ooh, damn. Okay. That's really dangerous. I don't like that at all. How many lands are left in the deck here? Well. Oh, and we still have, yeah, we have a lot of strong draws still, so. Alright. That ain't great. As I said, if they start getting their mana advantage back up and are able to start converting, I think that's where they turn the corner. So I think we need a dragon to draw on the next turn to keep this rolling, or something that, like, we're no longer playing to kill them on the board. I probably should have stopped trying to kill them on the board a little bit ago. That's okay. Sure. That has 1 counter? Yeah, 1 counter on its rebuy. Yeah, we got the roiling. Okay. And Frontier Bivouac. Well. That does it. Yeah. So the play in the long term I think I wanted to change up would have been... Okay. Trade here. They get their 2/2 zombie, which doesn't do anything because of the power of this 0/3. I needed that. That's a good edict. This is such a good okay, well, good news. Check this out. I talked about the power of token stopping before. And well, that got that job done. Alright, 9th land. And here we go, finally. Turn the corner. Eight cards in deck. So they can't Blizzard and save this, so they get the trade. This monument makes 2 flyers. We have 8 cards in deck, so I probably don't want to do too many Dragonstorming. They have 12 in deck. They're gonna mill 2 and put 1 on top. Okay. So they don't want the rebuy. 2 cards in hand. I'm guessing they're still holding another land. They don't. Okay. Well, in we go. No, thank you. All right. This is the last draw we're doing. Alright, that's our deck. Yeah. Make birds. Alright. They've got their own flyer, which removes counters from a thing and gets them their roiling coil. That dog won't stop going. Or pay 2 life. Yeah, we're just gonna tap this and get in with flyers. Sure. Crocodile. Interior. And also, guess what we have? We just have some... Okay. Okay. If I touch it, is it... Okay. I touched it. But yeah, we... Very thankfully, we had a point where they looked like they were turning the corner on us, and then they didn't have a dragon to pick up their own Dragonstorm, and only had, like, 1 body. That edict of theirs? Gotta say, we've been making some cool edicts in the last couple of years. Let me tell you. This one's so good. Hit your graveyard. Alright. Continue moving on. Yeah, they had a ton of interaction and just not a lot of closing. Them playing the those crocodiles, I think, says a lot about their, like, need to just find things to close a game. Yeah, it's not even just Graveyard Hate, too. It exiles the card you edict, so... Bad idea. If you say it aloud, it's fine. Alright, well, we're not getting beat down by the... Alright. Hello, it's 2/2s. Turn 4, first play versus... Jeskai Black, Mardu Blue. Are they gonna shock a 1/1? Is this what's happening? I think we're shocking a 1/1. Or like twin bolting or something. Are we sitting on like a... Yeah, alright. Yeah, we're just killing a... Yeah, that's fine. Ooh. Alright, well, if I draw into like... This is fine. We have a 4/3 to block it. They spent their removal, which means they definitely have no more removal if they were willing to pull the trigger on a 2/2 tech with no text, I say, knowing for certain that they must have another kill spell for the Salt Road Pack Beast. Because they were willing to spend on that. That's a... The fact that they were willing to spend on that says a lot. Alright. Let's go ahead and... We're gonna discard the Dragonstorm Forecaster here. Okay. Don't worry, we're still fine. What could they have? More removal? How many dragon breaths could they possibly have? More removal? Oh, block here, please. I can't double block on the Karen Butcher because they can double pump. Ooh. Okay. We draw a blue source, I'm fine, because we get to, like, fresh start the Butcher. And that, like, stops this whole board. What are they gonna do? I would like it noted on the record that the Mulligan decision absolutely, positively, 100% killed us. Just, I want to put that one on the books. I want to make sure that you are aware of where we lost this game. It was turn 0 when I said bad idea and then kept the hand. With the way our opponent's hand shaped up, all we needed was one removal spell on Karen Butcher, and this game was over. That's fine. Yeah, just keep those games in mind. There's the times where your brain knows, hey, come on now. Like, this is clearly a mistake, and you shouldn't do it. And then you go, well, yeah, but, like, what if it works? That opponent was like removal city, one creature. A lot of removal. A lot of like that shock I like. All exhales I'm a fan of in this format. Seriously, just draft exhales. You'll probably be fine. This one's fine. I don't like the top heaviness of this, but like we have a lot of what we need here. And now we know what we need to get on this, so. Like, the globe full fixes color, so I'm not as bad with, like, feeling as bad with that. And the power of, like, okay, Dragon Brood's Relic is tap a creature, do the thing. Alright, let's go ahead and play a Monument. So we're all doing mana fixing for a while. We want white mana. The blue one, like, hello? Oh, we are cruising over there, I see. So if they get a creature, they can make any color off these relics. We need to start killing our opponent very quickly. How are we need to kill them as quickly as we can. They're off mana. Do I want to just play Effortless Master here? This is 4 power. Let's just get the aggression on them. They'll play a 4-drop, we'll bounce it. They'll play a 4-drop, we'll keep doing. Because this gets them the Dragon Brood's Relic to fix for anything, and then they keep going from here. There's Temur Tawny back. We're going to bounce Temur Tawny back. They're going to play a land. I think I need to be aggressive. And then they've got rebuff, and then they can play the rebuff. No, they can't. They have to have the creature for the relic. They can't play the rebuff. It looks like they can play the rebuff, but they can't do it. I feel like I'm too unwilling to play Baseline Master. That's a hard thing to do. Oh my god, okay. Well, Let's Sip Sig. Yeah, part of sometimes you gotta play your non-kicker cards without kicker. It sucks, but you gotta do it. Alright, I wanna... So they've got all blue, or sorry, those are all forests. They look like blue over there, but they're not. Well, how are we getting in? One card in hand? They can't activate the... No, they can activate the relic. Sorcery speed. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're fine. Yeah, I want to save the bounce for a dragon token. Our master is what's gonna die to that activation. They must have something end step. I'm gonna get the dragon down. So one card in hand, it must be... Is it Jeskai Ultimatum 2? No! It was Jeskai Ultimatum 2! The sequel to Jeskai Ultimatum! Uh-oh. So, Jeskai Revelation, the sequel to Jeskai Ultimatum, is an instant bounced speller, permanent, deal 4 damage, make 2 monks, draw 2 cards, gain 4 life. As I've established, it's how the power works. I'm gonna go ahead and exhale at you. Ooh, I love to see this. I'm gonna discard the Brushmaster. I don't think that's how we're winning. Alright. So we bounce the first one, they play the second one, and then, like, we have problems. So... Uh-oh. So here's the second one. The honest answer to how I keep doing it is a combination of what would be the thing that blows me out the most in the situation I am, and also the opponent sitting around with, like, having not done that at sorcery speed. Yeah, honest answer. Our opponent had the ability to pop this at sorcery speed. They could have done it. They chose not to. This ability at sorcery speed is make a 5/5 gain through lifelink or kill Necrotal. They didn't do that. How good was their hand that they chose not to take that action, right? So I want to draw an untapped 2 lands here. That's fine. So, the idea here is, we actually now completely negate the dragon with Fresh Start. Fresh Start, they're going to make the dragon. There it is. And we're going to put it on the ground so it can't lifelink. And it can't, it'll still deal 3 damage, but it can't stop our flying threat. That's the hope. Alright. I think they have to bounce my Rune Scale Stormbird or they die. That makes a lot of flying blockers. Okay. Yep. Sure, Snakeskin Veil gone. That's good. So they have a bounce spell. They have to bounce my Stormbird, like, not have to, but, like, really should. They're out of spells? They're empty-handed? So, like... Let's force a block. We still have a tap here. They're on top deck. Dragons are at +2 for them. But they need to draw pretty real. Worst case is what, like the Recur Molten Exhale? That's pretty good. Yeah, that's like decent. It's only one spell, and their attacks look pretty bad with it. Alright, so we're gonna go... Teaming Dragonstorm. And then we're gonna go Riling Dawnbreaker. And then do we want one more? No, we can hold on that. Let's make a bird +1. $11, no hand. 7, 8, 9. I should have just noticed that I had a lethal. That was actually, I should have killed, I should have chose to kill them. That was a failure to evaluate, but yeah. Okay. I'm in awe that, like, we didn't lose to Jeskai Revelation killing us, but... And, like, these relics. But we saw that their start was really poor. They had 3 mana, played 2 relics, and then had no creatures. We had them on the back foot. Show me a Wrath, but would they survive it? I believe if they have life, Death Begets Life, they die on that, because there's just too many cards left. Anyway... Back to Maximum Magic. Back to Maximum Magic. Ah, it's good. We had our slight misbuild on the Boros Mardu deck on Tuesday, but we're rolling 9 games. I said I was going to do 2 drafts today. I don't think that's actually going to fit. We'll maybe fit in some extras around, because like the problem is we got the late start. We'll see. We'll see where I am in after this game. I think it's just gonna be Now this is not a bad keep. This is a horrible keep. This is an unplayable keep. 4-drop, 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 5-drop, unplayable 1, unplayable 2. This is the most unkeepable. We ain't here. We leaving. Let's mulligan. You know what? That's fine. Put a planes down. It has all 3 colors, and we can go big on dragons. We're basically riding a 4/4 haster. This kills this. Yeah! The problem was we were even on the play, so drawing an island for the turn 1 Dragonstorm Forecaster wasn't a viable line. Anyway, we're gonna play the globe here. The globe opens up Feral on 4, and then the Dragonstorm forecaster can go find us our Sarah Angel. Did you know there's a colorless Sarah Angel in this set? So one of the tricks with this card is that the cards that it grabs are very heavily like the support for the cards that it grabs. Ooh, I don't know that I want to do that. Something tells me I shouldn't do that. Hold on. Pass. My gut instinct. My gut is saying don't do it. Sure. That's fine. So that becomes sack draw 2, but we still gain the life. They have a grip now. Alright. Hi, Boulder. Let's get Sarah Angel down first. We can't fit Monument in there. We would only have 4 mana left over. So I think this obviously dies. I think this just gets obliterated. But if it stays, we get the Surveil, and that's why I went with it first. If our opponent decides not to kill it and rather decides to board develop, I don't think it's a choice of if they can kill it. I think it's a choice of will they kill it? And I think they're going with board development first. Okay. Sack kill? Okay, okay. Attack if they double block, we fresh start. I Jeskai Monument first. Because I don't want to shuffle after the Surveil. Yeah, that's fine. Double block? No block. Alright. Tapped Cove. I'm gonna go ahead and fresh start on the Dragon Lancer when combat comes up here. I don't know. Are they actually coming in? I don't... Probably, I'd probably still do it, because they... If they move in... Tokens are flying with this. I'm just assuming the Boulderbone Dragon is dying here. I could be wrong. Their hand could just be... There's no way. Okay. I realize this is like not getting rid of the Storm Singer has some problems. I'm not certain that's correct. I will be out there and say that one for certain. I'm not certain that was the correct line. They still get to Blood Artist at me. If we draw land, we can filter. If that becomes the better line. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, and then... Okay. Blardus time is now a problem. This is whenever a creature comes into play, drain 1. So now we're on, like, Hyper Blardus time. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Okay. 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 It's fine. Everything is okay. We're going to kill our opponent. We are fine. So yeah, they get their drain 1 on creatures coming to play this turn. Sure. Yep, drain 1. No thank you! Pass on that. They get in for another drain 2 here. Can we kill? I think we can still kill. Oh, not if they have a blocker. I cannot kill if they have a blocker. Okay. Does that do anything? It's not enough to kill. They still have the Blood Artists for next turn. We have chump blockers. I think we bounce this Pack Beast. And then... Okay. So they have Drain again, but we have blockers this time, and they don't have the Pack Beast. They have double red for activation. Oh, no! Uh-oh. That's pretty bad. Is that enough? I think that's enough. 4, 7, 8, 9, and then the tokens die. I think we died in the Blood Artist activation. Because we're going to go to 2, they drain 1, and then they play that body and get the last point. Damn, yeah. That was a close one. We were so close to getting over. And then their own flyer showed up. It's a powerful thing when it's going. Especially with the combination of Unity of Thunder. Good games. Very good games. This was a fun Jeskai deck. I am, like, really happy with the direction this Jeskai deck went. Like, Dragon Jeskai. We kind of... The fact that we got these Dragonstorm Forecasters in Pack 3 was a hell of a gift. Our deck really revolved around the power that the globe and such gave us. Roiling Dragonstorm and the teaming Dragonstorm did a ton. And we didn't have any, like, rare dragons, but, like, the rune-scaled Stormbroods were able to steal games in some wildly fun ways. Very happy with how that went. Let's open some packs, and then, it is late enough that I do not think I want to start a second. That's fine. There's a lot more time for Dragonstorm in the coming days and weeks. This is a very fun format. I like that it is that there's enough fixing that you do like 3, 4, 5 color nonsense. The aggro has their knife blunted, but not non-existent. As we've seen with decks, like, even that Mardu deck was playing, like, some value engines rather than aggro engines. Alright. The turning point of that game, and I don't know if it works either way, was us not fresh starting the Stormsinger. My thought was that the flyer was going to be a longer, like, a quicker threat, but we clearly saw what happened on the other side of this. This card's unreasonable, by the way. +1/+1 counter your team. And then the other side is if you had a creature die, your opponent gets edicted. Like, this thing does so much. Love the grappler. This thing's weird. Very big. Like, mill a bunch on coming to play. The renew doesn't usually do too much, but, you know. She's back. She's always here. Felithar will always be here for us. Happy to see you. Ooh! This is one of the cheapest dragons, and it's got a really powerful line of text that feels like... That's like, I don't know, hate dragon. Like, it's everything gets turned off. You and your opponent's activated artifacts, abilities, and planeswalker... artifacts, creatures, and planeswalker abilities. Being a cheap dragon is also meaningful. There's text on there. 2 of them. There's the double dragon. I've been hearing about this. Anyway, that is going to be it for tonight. Thank you all for joining. Hope you had a fun time with this. I'm very happy to have a draft that gets to play a cool plan, get to play against fun opponents, and get to play maximum magic again. Felithar says trans fights. Indeed. But yeah, thank y'all for joining. If you want to catch more, you can always follow. You know, you'll see when I go live. 7 Central is the general starting time. Today got a little later of a start, but, you know, if you follow, you'll see when we do start. You can subscribe, you get the cool skulls and slimes. But if you're just here having a good time, A+. Glad to have you here. Hope you'll join us for more. Upcoming planned streams, Battle Network 6 on Sunday, 2 Central, and then the normal Trails, Draft, Dragon Quest stuff on the next week. But yeah, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.